Yo, what's up, traders? Today is August 6th, 2020, and we got NFP tomorrow. So markets, just like you would expect, are pretty up and down. This is pretty common. It's been like that all week. The market is usually in anticipation of what's going to happen tomorrow. And judging by the numbers yesterday, which were what was forecasted for the employment numbers, what was forecasted, and then what came out was only 10% of the forecast. So in other words, it was very, very, very bad for the United States, unfortunately. So, in anticipation of this NFP, it's going to be really big. Gold's through the roof, silver. We have a lot of divergences in the market I want to talk about, and a lot of breakouts. So, man, the market is ripe with volatility right now, tons of opportunities. But if you're out there trying to figure it out on your own, I hate to break it to you, it's very hard to do. The market has a tendency of ripping your heart out and eating it, especially if you don't have the right direction and instruction. So if you would like that, if you've been figuring it out on your own, you're a beginner, you're an intermediate, and you'd like to actually take the time to crank down and learn how to do it, you're ready for my program. So click the link below to get started. We have an amazing group of traders, and now I've started a new program for the people that have been through my program, been through my process, and ready to take it to the next level, get funded with outside capital, so you don't have to risk your own capital to trade with. So given that you follow the right parameters, then I will teach you how to do that. So if that interests you, shoot me a message, click the link below to get started, and let's get right into the video. So thanks for hopping on here, everybody, and all the people in my VIP group, of course. Shout out to you all, man. I appreciate all the support. We do have the best community out there, the most positive community, and I'm really grateful. So that being said, here we are in GJ. So we've been buying GJ as a group for a while now. So buying dips, and shout out to Sean. I was on Sean's in the accelerator program and the funding prep program, and I had this. I didn't have this line here. I had this breakout pattern, and the thing is, I was like, man, this thing is really stalled out, breaking out. He pointed out GJ for me. Excuse me. He pointed out in GJ. He said he was looking to trade this wedge here. And so we entered a short trade, scalped about 20 pips off the top of this. And so shout out to you, Sean. That was a great setup here. So what we have a breakout here, one push, two push, divergence, and this is the 4 hour. So that's where we kind of caught this this pullback. So tomorrow is going to be a big factor to see if we push through this, create us a nice throwover line, which would be an excellent confirmation and buy signal. And then we'd be targeting, 400 pips to this upper trend line, which comes in right here. So I think GJ is a great setup. GJ's a difficult pair to trade sometimes. It can move if it's going against you. But right now, I think it's a great setup for a lot of volatility and some big pips in the marketplace. So let's take a look at, I do want to look at dollar CAD here, since we've been looking at it. We have so when we have NFP at the first of the week, a lot of people just focus on NFP and don't really think about the Canadian data that comes out. So Canadian employment, I believe, Canadian employment, it might be GDP numbers off the top of my head. So it's going to be a big deal for CAD. So the thing is, say that we have very negative dollar numbers, which is a very high possibility, and positive CAD numbers are, I'm not expecting very positive numbers from anywhere because places shut down because of coronavirus or whatever. So, but if that, excuse me, if that does happen, or just the numbers are really bad for the United States, like super bad, then, we could really see this level of support here that's kind of hanging on by a thread really just give way. And, you know, the argument could be made, honestly, you know, having taken a closer look here, that we're already below it. And right now we're just in the middle of a retest, and it sure looks like it, right? So dollar CAD is barely hanging on here. I think short might be a good play. If it wasn't NFP tomorrow, I'd be all over this right now. So, and you know, we can map this out a little bit better. Have our X marks the spot set up here. If you've been through my training, you know this strategy. And, you know, this looks like a great setup. So I have my eyes on dollar CAD. Euro USD is in complete bust out mode here. We've broken back above the 61.8% retracement. Back out above this multi-year trend line. And so next stop, I would say, is the 78.6% retracement, which comes in around $121.56, $121.50. So that's a great target. We'll see if it picks up steam. You know, I don't imagine it to do too much going into the end of the New York session here. Asian session, probably not. You know, I'm not going to try to trade it. Same thing with cable here. Cable is making some nice moves. So now we are testing this multi-year trend line. I'll remove this arrow to make it a little more clear. So if we break this, if we break out of here, dude, this is going to be so incredibly bullish for the pound. And now what we want to do is we want to look left, right? So if you've heard me talk about this, it's important to look left so you know where these big resistance levels are, or you could say supply zone here. So this is a supply zone for the price, and this is going to be huge, huge, huge for the pound against the dollar. So now the other side of that, if it's not as bad as predicted tomorrow, you know, maybe we could see a nice dip here, which I think long-term that will provide, which should provide a great buying opportunity. So let's take a look at GA. We hit a 100 pip target on GA. I've been talking about it all week, been watching it. You know, and when you see a place to take advantage of the market, you should go for it. So this is great here. We hit 100 pips on this dip here. Caught 100 pips, and we're back retesting here. So this looks like a good dip to buy. And we're posting up on this trend line here. So there's some big opportunities in the market right now, and a lot of volatility. So be careful trading out there. And if you want to trade with a team, learn my setups, we'd love to have you. So and just to clarify, looking for people that are looking to put in the work, change their life, because trading's not easy. You know, this is where I differ from a lot of people and mentors and stuff out there. I'll be straight up with you. It takes time, dedication, and persistence and discipline. But if you're willing to put the work in, it can and will change your life. So that being said, let's crush it tomorrow on NFP, everybody. And thanks for hopping on. Thanks to everybody in my VIP group, and I'll see you in the VIP chat. Peace.